Ethan Cohen's 2007 Stygian Western, No Country for Old Men, is mysterious. Typical Cohen fashion, they don't beat us over the brain with messages. They prefer clues that we may or may not pick up during the first viewing, which makes their movies fun to watch again. Sheriff Ed Tom Bell is the film's main protagonist. He tells us how he sees himself in law enforcement today at the very beginning of the film. At the end of the film, he tells his wife about a pair of dreams he had that morning. We can explore the dreams at a later date, but for now, let's take a look at the sheriff's opening remark. Bell tells us that he became sheriff at 25 years old. He also tells us that being a sheriff runs in the family. Bell seems to think it is hard to believe that he could be sheriff at 25. He's always been very proud of the fact that he and his father were both sheriffs at the same time. He also states that he is not sure if his father shares this same sense of pride. The new drug wars are something that the sheriff cannot understand. Chigurh is the drug trade. He is Latin American violence, and Bell doesn't understand him. Just like drugs, Chigurh is also a political entity in some respects. Men in business suits are familiar with him. Bell is unprepared for drug intrigue. He hasn't the motivation nor the ability to compete in this arena. Bell, even in his prime, probably would have been no match for Chigurh. Carson Wells, who represents a youthful Bell, is no match for Chigurh and is killed. Sheriff Bell says things like, "I don't understand," and "hard to believe." Carson Wells says the same thing in not too dissimilar terms when he says, "Do you have any idea how crazy you are?" And Chigurh says, "You mean the nature of this conversation?" And Wells says, "I mean the nature of you." He is talking to Chigurh, but he and Bell's statement could easily fit in a conversation about Latin American drugs and violence in America. Chigurh kills Wells, who is a formidable opponent in his own right, with relative ease, showing us, the viewer, that he has no equal at what he does. Sheriff Bell understands that there is more to Chigurh than meets the eye. He may not be sure of what it is, but he is sure that he doesn't want to find out. He does not want to carelessly throw away his life by heroically dying needlessly like the old-timers used to do. He respects the old-timers, but he is not one of them. They would have upheld the law at all costs, even if it meant throwing away their own life. Sheriff Bell is a fantastic character. Ed Tom Bell is not meant to resolve our uncertainties. He is used to pose questions to us.
Some of the old-time sheriffs never even wore a gun. A lot of folks find that hard to believe. Jim Scarborough never carried one. That's the younger Jim. Gaston Borkins wouldn't wear one up in Comanche County. I always like to hear about the old-timers. Never missed a chance to do so. You can't help but compare yourself